It's going to generate more profits for me because I can get more homes quicker.
Hey, Pilot Investors, I have a special guest with me today, and it's Captain Richard. Now, Captain Richard wants to talk to us because he just finished a seller financing deal that I would love for him to explain, to talk about, because most people aren't familiar with seller financing. And basically, buying real estate investment property without using the bank is extremely powerful. And Rich, thanks so much for joining us today, and we are so looking forward to hearing your story.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, Rich, well, can you explain to the fellow pilot investors what seller financing is?
Yeah, so basically in simple terms, all it is, seller financing is a real estate agreement in which the seller handles the mortgage process instead of a financial institution. So basically, instead of applying for a conventional bank mortgage, the buyer signs a mortgage with the seller.
Whoa! Oh, sorry for interrupting this great interview. However, I want to let you know of an exclusive opportunity for airline captains. Now, I've partnered up with the host of the Cash Flow Guys podcast, Tyler Sheff, to give us the opportunity to learn from this master as he literally buys Key West, Florida. Now, captains from around the country will be joining Tyler and myself in Key West to walk the streets and discussing his investment plan and how he does it. Now, whether you're interested in learning from the master, or better yet, enjoy part of his profits by joining this captain-only investment club, schedule a call with me at layovermoney.com/chat.
Myself, when I deal with sellers and I try to talk to them about the benefits of seller financing, and there are a lot of them are still stuck in the mindset of bank, I want all cash. So in your instance, how did you find a seller who understand and appreciated the benefits of seller financing to both parties?
In the course of talking with her, we were able to strike up the conversation of a seller financing deals. The benefits, of course, we both know the cons. Now, if you're doing someone that you don't know or don't have an established relationship with, you're going to have to establish one. That there's no doubt about that.
So the fact that your seller was already in tune with seller finance, I'm not sure if they've done one in the past, or perhaps they've spoken to their CPA, which a good CPA, if they take installment payments, their tax saving is tremendous. And
absolutely, and yeah, that was one of the deals that she was more in tune with as far as the tax implications. And for me, it was the speed at which this was going to take place, because when you go between the two parties, you cut out the middleman. And when you cut out the middleman, you cut out a big chunk of time. And as real estate investors understand, time is money. So all I have to do is come up with a contract, which doesn't take a long time, come up with a down payment, and then we hit with the transaction at that time.
When you sat down with the title company and you had to pay the closing costs, did you see a difference in closing costs when you did this seller financing deal versus if you were to do a traditional mortgage with a bank?
Well, absolutely. So, but when I'm buying it on cash, I'm dropping $30,000. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to be $50,000 all in. Obviously, we can't do that anywhere where I live. I can do that. Okay. So, but at the end of the day, then I'm out $50,000 out of pocket. This way, I'm only out my down payment, right? A little bit in the contract fee to the attorneys, a little bit to the title company. That you're still going to go do that. That's all the same as any other purchase agreement. But I'm not out the big chunk of money that I normally would be. So I can take that money and then roll some of it into the rehabs, which I've had to do. And I take the rest of it and I go on to home number 8.
Can you detect that you're going to be profiting more with the seller financing deal than you would have if you work with the bank?
With the seller financing, I get to keep more of that money. So more of that money stays in my bank with me, or I get to take that money and roll it into another house, which gives me more income. It's going to generate more profits for me because I can get more homes quicker.
So would you give any recommendations to anybody else as far as if they want to get into seller financing and profit more than they could have with a realtor?
Sure. So in my case, definitely you're going to have those relationships. Now, do they have to be direct? No, again, somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Definitely reach out. However that's done, obviously a lot of it's done on social media. Great, whatever way that can be done, and then you can use your contact to make the seller contact and get together and just talk. What is it you guys want? What are your dreams and aspirations? Do you see yourself selling this home anytime soon? What can I do for you? The learning curve is steep. I'm still learning myself. It's definitely reachable. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's certainly a better way than the traditional bank route, because you save the money and the time, which is real dollars, and it's a win-win for the seller and the buyer for money out of pocket and tax implications.
If you want to get serious with real estate investing, it's all about creating a team, and more importantly, creating a team of people that you can work with. Oh, he happened to network with a potential attorney before. Hey, now he can use that resource. So that is, I think, one of the biggest hurdles and the biggest things that if you can overcome working alone, instead forming a team and relationships like you did, Rich, the potential is tremendous.